Brigitte is the most overpowered support, but the most undervalued character in the game. Let me show you how this Plat Brig can go from flopping to flying and carrying their team, because you can do it too. It just takes a little bit of adjustment. Thanks so much for Kyle to sending me in. This is a Plat win game. This is a win, but there's a lot of errors that I really do want to fix. They were asking that they need some advice with positioning, with rallying, and that they haven't played too much on Brig, but they really want to be able to learn and carry games, which you can definitely do. You're getting pretty close to that. But they said that they're trying not to be passive on Brig and keep their Inspire up. That's enough in itself. But I'm going to get one of your VODs reviewed. Make sure to join the Discord, subscribe to the channel, because I'll be asking for more in the future. But if you're feeling you're very frustrated in your rank right now, you're not able to do anything, your teammates are bad, and you're not able to win games or carry, you just get frustrated and lose even more, well, I want to make it so that you can not only win those games, but carry your teammates. Come DM me on Discord or click the top link in the description and get your own coaching session with me. Kind of skip the line so that we can get you working, climbing, and carrying faster. All right, so for this first game, we'll go right off to the start. We're playing Sigma v Sigma. That is my favorite comp. Y'all know that. Playing Sigma v Sigma is so much fun. Okay, I'm lucky that you couldn't see her quite there, but what you kind of want to do is you kind of almost can be acting like an off tank in this situation. Sigma is just getting away with so much. You can kind of be the off tank in this situation. You can walk with your Sigma. You can kind of push through faster. But this map specifically is very interesting, where you can take a lot of off angles as Brig and still get a ton of value. You should be punishing the sim. And you're getting rocked. Your positioning's not great. You're kind of letting people do whatever they want. As Brig, you're able to kind of shut people off. And especially this map very specifically, it is so good for you to take off angles. On this first point, you should always be playing around this first door. Really offense or defense, because it just creates an off angle. It creates a second area that people have to look. You should be walking up to this corner with your shield up, see if you can get a whip off anybody. Even if you can walk out a little bit, if no one's going to look at you, it makes people pull attention towards you and away from the front line of your team so that they have more of an advantage, and plus you may be able to pack them. So try to take this door right here on defense and offense, like go through it, because it's just better. So let's see how you do here. You're playing a little bit too far back. Really, I mean, you're playing okay right now. Bashing out in the open wasn't a great bash. You should be dead. You should be dead. Okay. So first of all, something that I said in one of my previous coaching sessions with someone is that for Brig, your positioning, you should be making out with a wall. Like, I know that sounds weird. This entire game, an entire game that you're in, you should always be on top of a wall. Like, you should be hugging a wall, making out with a wall, kissing it, because that's going to be the most prime position for Brig, whether that's on the cart or on a wall. That's what you want to do. You want to walk, and if you have to walk for the open, you walk from wall to wall. Never really stand out in the open. You never need to. You can have positioning, use the cart as your wall to hug, but you shouldn't be like just bashing forward first of all to do that. Your positioning is so wide here. If these people are any better, you're in Plat 1, you're high Plat. But if these people are Diamond, maybe Masters, they're going to hit you 10 times more. You got antsy, you would have died. But instead, you're staying behind the cart, you're getting some whips off. You could have gotten more damage off, and you wouldn't have died. Maybe your team wouldn't have died either. But we die there, that's fine. We're pushing back in. Also, you should always have your shield up on Brig unless you need to move somewhere fast. So if you're trying to move in to get in, like, put your shield down and just go. But if you need to be... You need to be moving, you need to be shield, or if you don't need to be moving, you need the shield. Okay, the Sigma landed on the high ground. You should be pushing in. Look at that sim. There you go. Nice. You're playing with your Sigma, which is fine. But you should also be looking for opportunities, you know. If their Sigma's on the high ground, well, can I push on the low ground? Like, are there any squishies on here that I can go and kill?
This ends now.
Your positioning's pretty good here. You're hugging a wall. I think your third person shield peeking. Probably just looks weird because it always looks weird in this crap. This is fine. Totally good. Now we have Rally. Love that for us. We just use Kiriko. They just use Window. They use Flux. They used all their ults. Oh my god, they have none left. You all should win this pretty fast. Okay, there's a Sigma up there. Just be careful about him. Pack your Sojourn. When you see people DPS go in like that, don't be afraid to pre-pack them if they're like going into teams. Here's a Rally. Cool. This is a pretty good Rally. The team's all there. I'm not loving your target priority here. Yeah. Okay, so the thing with that Rally, it wasn't bad timed. It was just badly done. You should have been looking for squishies. When you're on Brig, unless you're like stunning something of his, like from a tank from doing anything, like the Sigma's just in the middle of your team. He's not really eating. He's not fluxing. Go after a squishy because you can stun them, maybe boop them off the map, or you can kill them. You should really try to focus squishies when you have that extra advantage with positioning and stuff, because you can actually kill a squishy with your high damage, even with this 70 revert back on the whip shot. You should be focusing squishies here instead of focusing a Sigma who's not doing anything anyway. I think this Moira's here, and also the Sojourn's here. What you should have probably done is you rallied. If you bashed the Moira, she would have been dead right there. Instead of going after the Sigma, if you went after the squishies, they would have died. So you should be going after this Moira, maybe booping her off the map. She's just standing here for free. She's just standing there for free. You could do a lot as Brig against the squishies and stuff. So you should have been focus more squishies when you're playing this character too, when you're playing Brig. Especially in rally when you can have extra space like that. But not bad otherwise. Pretty nice. Y'all win that. Pretty obviously. I love being the payload princess as Brig. You're on it inherently, like you're carrying the game. The cart doesn't, you don't win unless the cart's to the end. So just think about that, y'all. Plus you get to relax. You don't have to play the game to win. So I never mind pushing the cart. Okay, people are dying here, so probably want to be playing on the corner but not playing to push aggressive because you're down some. Nice whip. Missed a pack there, which is okay. So you should be shielding this right now. Third person peeking. Where's their team? Can I get a whip shot off? I guarantee you, you will land more whip shots when you know when the enemy team is. If you're like around that corner like that, third person shield peek. See where the Sigma is. Oh, he's over here. Okay, peek out the second and then throw a whip shot. You know where they are. It's easier to hit rather than raw dogging the corners. And a lot of Romine people do that. Y'all just raw dog these corners and just throw out a whip randomly and then like hope it lands on someone. See, also kind of like when you're up here, you don't really need to be anywhere fast. If you're pushing the cart, like hold up your shield, look around you, look on the high ground. You're playing a little defensive still. Be up there with that Sigma. Get up there with that Sigma. Get up there with that Sigma. Be up on a corner. Be up on a corner with him. Here we go. Let the Kitsune guide you. You're being too defensive. A little bit too defensive. Nice focus on the Mei. Nice. So the reason, instead of me just saying that you're too defensive, because that's kind of hard to like explain, just kind of, you should be playing a little bit closer. In this circumstance with the Sigma, what you kind of can do is that, you know, go for a few swings, be close to the Sigma, still be hugging a wall. You don't want to be in the open, like out in the front. You want to be like hugging, kissing a wall. If you're taking too much damage, just bash out. Don't forget, that's really your mainly for movement. You know, the coalescence would have been a good thing to also be like, okay, I probably don't want to be going in and taking this extra damage from the coal, but great focus on the Mei. You insta-killed her. Really gonna be the most valuable like that? Yeah, you weren't gonna be able to bash that. You could have thrown a pack or two on that Sigma. Hopefully you know the Sigma stance. Oh no. Nope, this is wrong. Wait a second. Okay, I got something to say. I got something to say here. Oh! Okay. Your bad positioning is what you could have won that fight if you had better positioning. What you did is you went behind the Sig shield. So guess what? Your Kiri's not healing you. She went to a different position for that too. So you get rallied. That was a good kill from her. You get a nice whip off. So then your Kiri throws a cleanse on you, but then you go behind the shield. So this Kiri has to walk up here, and then she gets rocked. It's just kind of what you could have done. What you should have done is be careful about the shields. Like other supports like Kiri and Ana, Moira, Bap. Only person that can really give through shields is Brig and Mercy, I guess. So you really don't want to be walking through the shields. Your mace goes through shields. So you could just stand on your side of the shield and still hit the Sigma. Shield him for 2 of his bullets. Do 2 swings. Shield again. 2 swings. Shield again. So that you're not taking as much damage from him. And then the Kiri wouldn't have to be in a bad position to get rocked over there. And then you might have been able to live. And you wouldn't have taken as much damage either. So it's just like little things like that can sometimes change the outcome of stuff, because maybe you could have lived longer from the Sigma. You gotta want to do as many actions as you can to increase your chances of winning. So not too bad though. Just a little bit interesting with that. That Sojourn just jumped over the edge. You should be in. You should be in. Too far behind. You shouldn't be behind your Kiri right here. Probably want to be in between the two. Third person shield peek this corner. Like just gain your game knowledge. Just gain some game sense. Where you're just standing here. Like get third person shield peek. Like it might seem like you're not doing anything, but like where's the Sojourn? Like where's their enemy team so they can be ready? Do I want to peek out here? Do I want to wait? Third person shield peek. Just get that game knowledge so that you can make an informed decision. Probably didn't need the drop here, but that was a nice boop because the Sigma's in the dragon. That was a nice boop. But you know that's how you kind of get that really big game sense that makes you be able to make the best informed decisions on Brig, because you're able to see where the enemy team is without actually having to peek them. Like, you have a shield. Like, you can even third-person shield peek. You could just walk out there with your shield too, you know? But I just want you to get more game sense rather than just kind of like standing there before peeking and then going. Like, see what's happening across the field and then make that decision. Do I want to drop? You know, kind of like have that informed decision so that you know what to do. And that's just going to make you better in the long run. I probably wouldn't like to drop off high ground as fast as it seems. I know being on high ground sometimes is scary as Brig because you want to be in there and swinging, but I promise you always be on the high ground. I like that off angle there. See, you're too defensive. Why are you back here? Why are you back here? Why are you playing like Zenyatta? And this is all like, it's not that you're not, it's not like you're like playing bad being in this far away position, but you're just like, you don't even see anybody. I just want you to, you shouldn't just be automatically backing up because, you know I say Brig is a defensive hero, but you shouldn't just be automatically backing up. I kind of snowball with this. Like, just notice where the enemy team is, then make the decision, do I need to back up or do I need to be more forward? If you don't see anybody here and your entire team's in front of you, you probably want to be like, okay, maybe I'm a little too far back. Maybe we need to get a bit far further. Right here would have been great. Right on this corner would have been a great position. You see the two team there. Your Sigma kind of backs, but then you're like taking steps back. I'm not sure why you're taking steps back here. The May gets a kill and you go back in, which is great. Not really bashing anything. You're bashing in, which is never the best option. Your first priority should be to pack people before getting more swings off, but that's okay. Nice. You got a rally here. Oh, someone's on the cart. Someone's on the cart! Oh my god, he didn't even know. That's fine. I got rally here. You can probably just use it when they start to walk just to kind of get some extra damage and survivability. I'd probably rally now. Rally, rally, rally. There you go. Oh! That Sigma's angry. That Sigma's mad. He's mad. Okay. So that wasn't a bad defense. Your positioning was like, it was like C. It was like a C tier positioning. I just want you to like, just don't automatically autopilot with positioning to be like, I need to be back and I need to be behind everything. Like, be kissing a wall, but notice where the enemy team is with your shield up, shield peeking a corner, then decide, okay, do I need to back up? Like, where's my team at? Like, if you see everybody on your team and you don't see anyone on their team, you might be back a little bit too far. Complete. Especially when you're on that kind of like last point where everything's flat. Maybe if you're on the high ground, like it depends. But it's kind of make your decisions based on that with your positioning. Say, where's my team? Where's the enemy team? Do I need to back up? Do I need to go farther forward? And then that's going to like make you decide, I should dash in, should I bash out, should I rally right now? It kind of is getting better for that. See, you're too far back right here. Even right now, you could have saved this Kiriko. Why? You're so far behind in this high ground. Like, stand next to your team with your shield up. They're not going to do anything with your shield up. You got a little bit of shield health. Plus, your Sigma shielding. Instead of being back too far, because you get hooked. The Kiriko gets hooked. One, you can counter hog by whipping him as soon as he hooks someone so that he kind of gets booped off his aim. Plus, you could have packed her, but instead you were too far back, and then you weren't able to pack or whip. And then you jumped off the high ground. I mean, I guess you lost someone. Probably didn't need to drop off that fast. You're not shielding. You're not shielding. You don't need to be anywhere fast. You should just have your shield up. You don't need to be anywhere. You should be shielding the corner. Shield the corner. Shield the corner. Okay, this Kiriko's annoying. No, you don't need to back up right now. You don't need to group up with her. Imagine if your Sigma dies because you weren't there. They weren't pushing you. You didn't need to get back up. Like, you probably don't. You don't want to die there. It's important to not die there. But your Sigma was in. Like, if you maybe would have been dead if you didn't heal him for 2 or 3 packs or something, that could have been bad. Okay, so also here on the defense especially, it's so good. Third person shield peeking this corner to know where they are, and then if you see someone that gets too close, you can whip them. If you see them coming up, you can shield and do damage to them. It's basically like stopping an off angle from pushing here. I wouldn't push in here, but I would be watching this wall, and you can always back up a little bit and throw packs if you need to. But this extra positioning is so powerful. You get an extra tank, you hold the extra space. A lot of people in higher ranks will take this angle because it's a free angle that usually no one holds, and then get free damage off. Nice boop there on the hog. That's fine. Third person shield peek the corner again. Know where they are. Know if they're coming into that side positioning. Nice boop on the hog though again. Like, you're kind of doing nothing here still, but this hog is just walking in. like this, you're kind of not doing much here. Like, at least get the game sense, you know? Okay, you can, like, you're going to distract them too. It's all about the distract, disrupt, destroy. Like, if you're standing here, you're like, one, just letting this angle be open. If it's going to be no one going there, then like, good. But why take that chance if you could stop it? You could third person shield peek. Okay, boop the Ash. And then instead of throwing dynamite forward, she throws it at you. She doesn't do as much damage. You just keep third person shield peeking. You keep throwing packs on your team. The Ash is being distracted. She's not doing damage. And then your team just wins. It kind of snowballs like that. It's hard to see it. It's hard to see it on Brig. You just don't want to sit there and hold heal. Look, the Ash is on the off angle and you weren't there. You could have killed her. Okay, now you're pushing too far. I'm glad you backed up. That was good backup there. Nice shield block. So you kind of made an informed decision with that. You went in, which probably wasn't the best anyway, but you saw the window go up. You saw like 5 of their teammates, none of your teammates, and you go, oh, I got to back up. That's what you should be doing. That's fine. You were raw dogging this corner. You were just walking into an open sight line without your shield. There's a widow behind you don't know. You should never be over here. You should always be on this wall right here or around to that other door. That widow would have hit you if you were any higher ranked. Plus, don't just walk into an open sight line with your shield down. Oh my god. I hate this positioning so much. Oh my god, you're playing with fire. You playing with fire. Where are you going? See, like, the thing with Brig is that like, she's not just like, you're practically playing Mercy right now. You're practically playing Lifeweaver. You're just kind of sitting back. You're throwing a few packs. Like, I want you to, like, in order to carry your team, you got to be getting at the game sense. You need to be doing something different than what other supports are doing. Stand on this off angle. Get the distract, disrupt, destroy going off. Like, Mercy's not standing at that other doorway and, like, distracting their DPS for a while. Like, instead of just kind of sitting here, I just kind of want you to think of something that's different. Rather than just standing in the choke with the rest of your team and just, like, throwing packs on people. Like, kind of having that different angle, doing something different with Brig is what kind of pushes you farther into that future thing. To that better and higher rank. But I don't want you to be aggressive where you're 1v9ing trying to walk in front of the whole entire team. But I just need you to just have like a little shift of what you're doing besides just thinking, oh, I gotta heal and pack people and then throw a whip shot and have Inspire up. Oh, they switched to Diva. Honestly, yes, they should because that hog was doing nothing. But kind of go back to that side angle, like where you can get free whip shots there and you can still pack your team instead of kind of just sitting here. Ah! Not you fool! Why did you just bash a full HP tank? No. And then you're forced to rally. Let's see how this one's going to end up. I'm guessing that you were trying to stand there to get more Inspire up further. Firstly, let's break it down step by step. You should not have bashed a full HP tank. Also on this left side still, I don't understand why you bashed. You got to swing of Inspire. Like once you hit someone once, you're good for Inspire for 5 seconds. Like you don't have to hit someone for 5 seconds if you hit someone once. So there's really no need to like have this idea that you need to keep Inspire up. Like don't worry about it. Like if your positioning goes to this when you're trying to get Inspire, like that's what's bad on Brig. Like don't worry about Inspire. I'd rather you keep your good positioning, hugging, kissing a wall, than to go out here to bash a full HP tank to no longer have your movement ability to get your rally forced out of you. So once your barrier's down, you should be yeeting out of there. You should be yeeting out of here. You're not even backing up. You're still swinging here fighting the Diva. You are not a tank in rally. You lose all the value out of it like 2 seconds after you push the button because you are not a tank with that thing. It gives you an extra burst of 100 armor. It's fake. You are not a tank. You blow up so fast without the over regenning health. You really shouldn't be trying to take a lot of space, especially when your barrier's down. You're just going to get instantly dead. Once your barrier broke, you should have been out of there. You should have been walking. Obviously, you couldn't bash away, but you should have tried to boop the Diva and walk as far away from her as possible so that you're not going to take any more damage. You already had the Inspire up. You didn't have to worry about that, though. You just had to get out of there and get into a better position where the Diva's not able to get you. That's okay, though. Nice hold. Nice whip shot too. Love this positioning on a corner like this. Don't worry about third person shield peeking the corner though. Okay, that Diva actually got rolled by the Sigma. That's totally okay. I wouldn't probably have been in there that far either, so that was really fine. Okay. Be careful about being impatient with the Genjis. They like to like bounce around and dash around you. Sometimes they'll try to bait out your bash by just bouncing above you. You could just give it a break. See, like you're just sitting here swinging. Like I just want you to like if you're just gonna sit here swinging, like look what's happening around you. I just want you to look what's happening around you. Like you don't have to go anywhere. Just hold up your shield. Where's this person at? Like you just saw Sojourn, your Sojourn fly up to this right side. Like what is she doing up there? Do I need to throw a pack on her? You know, you kind of make your decision based on what's happening. You're looking around. You're like, okay, I need to throw a pack there. Oh, I need to stand here. You know, it's kind of like the whole premises of Brig. Let me like slow this. No, I just pushed the button. Let me slow this down a little bit. So we're here on this corner. Like you have full shield. You just see your Sojourn jump up there. You throw a pack on her, but then you're kind of just looking back here. You're backing up. You're like, I don't know what to do. Well, you can decide what you want to do just by holding up your shield and looking where you want to look. I see you didn't trust the shield. You might have been able to. You might have been able to shield her. I can see you didn't trust that. You could have been able to shield that. But I just want you to like. I just wanted you to see what's going on more, and that doesn't mean go out more and have worse positioning. I just want you to like. I just want you to shield a little bit more and look from your position where you are, because your positioning's not too bad in terms of like too far forward. But I just want you to like look around more corners with your shield. Look what's going on around you with your shield up, so that you can make better informed decisions of what you need to do next. You should be taking the high ground. You can only jump off the high ground. You can never climb back up. You never know. So let's see what happens in this fight then, I guess. If you're on the high ground, you wouldn't have to worry about healing that Ashe like that. You should always be on the high ground. I know this map might not seem like it. Your team's brawling on the cart. You should be on the high ground.
What is that synergy?
Imagine if you were on the high ground already. Your Sojourn might not have died if you were on the high ground. You're just dropping again? Well, you're in the Kitsune, so you can get a bunch of bashes off. Like, just the high ground is so powerful. I know it. Sometimes it's so hard to be like, I can't take the high ground. I need to be on the cart, brawling with my team, doing some damage. No, you don't. Let's see what would happen from my POV if I would have stood up here. So, one, the Tracer probably wouldn't have killed the Sojourn, because you would have been up here bashing her away, and you would have been keeping your Sojourn alive. I would have been standing up here still. Whip on somebody, doing some extra damage. You're still alive. Pack on this person, packing people. You wouldn't have gotten you wouldn't have got pulsed. You still would have been alive. Swing, swing, swing. Keeping your Sigma alive with packs. Maybe go and kill the Genji. Maybe I then would have dropped. He's on fire. Bash the Genji and kill him there. Focus on Squishy instead of the tank. Instead the Sigma's dead. And then Kiriko's dead. Like, both your DPS are still alive on the high ground. You still could have killed this Genji here. Blah, blah, blah. Killed him. Okay, then he would have been dead. You would have been looking at the cart. Just a Sigma. It's fine. I'll just stay up here a little bit longer. Oh, a Moira. Okay. Oh, she's gonna die. Blah, 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 blah. Dead. But no, it's just so powerful to be up here on the high ground. Like you can always jump off, but you can never climb back up. But you really do want to stay on it for as long as possible. Also, this is the wrong place to drop down. If you wanted to get back to your team, you probably should have just walked back like this. Just walked back from the high ground. And once again, high ground positioning is just so OP. But instead, you're walking here on the low ground, and now you have to deal with a Sigma who's shooting you versus like, and now you're dead. If you're up here, you were not dead right now. You could have still been throwing packs. Maybe they were looking at you for a second. You could have backed up into this little room as their team's kind of pushing, creating this off angle. You just need to live for as long as you can for your team to be pushing. If this Sigma walks up here, like, you're creating space for your team for that, you know? So the high ground. You did not see your Sigma was low to throw it back on him. Kill that Genji! Nice. Oh, dang, it wasn't long enough. You didn't use your shield. Unlucky. The bash range wasn't far enough. Unlucky. It was okay. I'm going back. I'm going back to say what I maybe should have done instead. I don't know if I would have, like, bashed onto this Moira here. Like, maybe like she would just probably fade away. I probably would have taken more of a position with our Sigma and booped the Moira from a different position. Like, if I were here, this is great. Actually, I didn't say this before. Look at this off angle. You're distracting the Ana. You booped her. She's going to start looking at you, not looking at her Sigma. So then maybe your team kills them. You just create this distract thing, but just hold up your shield here in this position when after the thing goes down. Like, why are you going back? No, look, the Ana died because you booped her into a bad position. Like, the Ana literally died because you booped her into a bad position. Which is how you carry, by the way. Yeah, you're doing amazing with that. You did that. Like, you did that. Like, you did that. Like, you did that. The Ashe can't one-shot. You hit her with a whip. She's dead. You did that. You got that kill. You're carrying. But instead, you kind of booped away from it. You might have been able to kill this Genji. Look, their Ashe is here. You could have been able to kill this Genji, too. And bash. Dead. He would have been dead. He would have been dead if you stayed in this off angle. Instead, you got this stuff. You missed him on the bash. Oh, he would have been so dead if you were standing here. But instead, you didn't have the right positioning at the right time, and you went after this Moira for some reason. It would have been so good. That you had the right idea, you just didn't stick to it quite enough. This was like prime positioning to create that extra off angle to do something different with Brig. I didn't want you to like necessarily push out here, just to kind of have this positioning in here just to distract, disrupt, destroy. I wouldn't have even probably pushed this doorway unless that Genji was going to kill you. Then you could have bashed him and maybe walked right back in. But you're just right around this corner. It just creates the extra off angle, an extra space for the team on the enemy team to have to deal with it. It was almost really good. You did that though. Like, you got that kill on the Ana. It would have been so winnable right there. Unlucky. It was a good bash away, but you kind of didn't have enough game sense of like what was happening. So like, it was okay that you were here, and you got enough game sense. You kind of just got unluckily killed by that. That was kind of unfortunate. Like, your positioning was okay. You just didn't have enough of what was going on. Like, you should have been walking with your shield up here. Like, you knew you were going to be walking into some kind of damage. Like, always have that shield up. You didn't need to be there fast necessarily, but you needed to not take the damage from that Sigma. Instead, you kind of you didn't use your shield there. Don't forget you have your shield. Like, if you have to cross bad sight lines, like, use your shield, please. That shield should always be up, especially when you're crossing bad sight lines, because then you maybe the damage would have gone to your shield. You would have taken maybe 50 less damage. You could have been back and then far enough away where they didn't kill you. The positioning wasn't bad. I don't think the positioning was terrible. You just had to use your shield there. But now the team is there without you. Your Kiri dies. Everyone else dies. You would have had Rally. Maybe you've been able to stun that. You probably want to rally there, yeah. You probably need the bash again on the card. Unfortunate. Then they got Nano Blade off. I mean, just use your shield, and then they kind of push it there. There's little things. There's moments. There's moments. But it's not quite there. We were on Moya for the defense. You carried Miss Girl, but we're back on Brig for the offense to show you how to carry it out and finish the game. Why is that hog there? Don't let that hog live. Thank you for not letting that hog live. You almost saved him with that boop. Be careful about booping people. Look at you going for the squishies. It was a little off there. Oh my god. I hate being this, it being like that. So the hog is here. That's a very strange positioning. You should have been trying to boop off the hog. If you saw him there, you probably wanted to boop him off, not into his team. You almost saved him with that boop. You almost saved him with that boop. Just because you can whip doesn't mean you need to. You were a little slow getting your shield up there. As soon as you start taking damage, like, the shield should probably go up. You should have probably saw that the soldier was on the high ground. Knowing that you take a rocket to the face and then been like, oh, shield instantly as soon as you start taking a little bit of damage. Because you can go in for that bash and go for the kill on the BAP, which was good, but just a little slow with the reaction time in order to get that shield up a bit faster. This is fine positioning, honestly. I'm okay with this. You probably wanted to throw that on the Sigma versus the Sombra, but it's okay. He's gonna die anyway. Totally fine. I probably would have been the same thing. I probably wouldn't have pushed in there. That was smart. I mean, you saw the enemy team. There's a lot of them there. And your Sigma was like not really living with a lot of health. Your team wasn't really there, so you didn't push in. That was a smart decision to do. You just kind of want to make some informed decisions based on what's happening. I love that you're looking back at your team. That's massive too. That's a big step to take. You also want to be looking at where the enemy team is. Nice shielding there. So you took a little bit of damage. Your positioning's a little wide still. I'd be playing on top of the cart here. Not on top of the cart, but like using the cart as a wall. You could have booped them there. You probably wanted to boop people there so that their stuff kind of gets booped off. Like, you're just not making enough plays as Brig. You're like, you're letting the team play for you. Like, you're playing a little too far back. I think you need to be a little farther forward. I'd rather you kind of now in the stage of like your positioning's defensive and it's good, but I'd rather you be a little too far forward. If you find yourself dying, then kind of draw back. I want you to try to push the limits of your positioning a little bit more. Like, stand with your Sigma on the cart. Like, use the cart as that wall kind of thing. Like, get in there, get on the cart. Like, I know it seems kind of scary. Like, walk back here. This is your hard cover for a lot of the game. You don't necessarily need to whip him, but pack. Use your rally. Don't stay on the cart. Stay on the cart though. Don't C9. Okay, nice.
It's go time.
I'm like you focusing the squishy first. Big focus on the squishy first. Now go for the ball. Yeah, that's okay. Whip the ball around and do damage to him. Nice. I probably would have still focused the ball because he's low at this point. Oh my god. Ah, these mines! Oh, okay. Oh my god. Please hold your shit up. Get back on the point, You're the card anchor, honestly, as Brig. Oh, early. This is such a brawly fight, but you could have finished this out so fast. Get back on the cart! Use your bash! Oh my god, if they boop you off the cart, please bash back onto it. No. Oh my god. This is the most Plat thing ever. You almost have another rally. Just live for that. Okay, rally, go! Oh my god. Oh my god. Stay on the cart, please. Oh no, the Doomfist. Break the lamp. That's your job. Stay on the cart! Oh my god. Stay on the cart! You... Who even won? I guess you won because he said you won at the beginning. Oh my god. I mean, I'm gonna be really fair right now. You lived. You lived. That is all you have to do, is you lived. You almost C9, but you lived, and that's how you won. Is you lived. I guess they C9'd, right? How? Oh, you did win. That's crazy. You probably shouldn't have won that. I'm gonna be real honest. You probably shouldn't have won that. But I'm proud of you for doing that because you lived. Like, that's just the ending thing right now, is you lived. There is so much more you could have done. You kind of let people walk all around you. Granted, that might come from hitting your abilities a little bit more, but oh my god. What even happened here? Like, you're the card anchor really, as Brig, honestly, a lot of the time. Like, you should be focusing this Lucio, like, focusing this Tracer. Like, you should always be going for squishies first. I mean, like, the switch to the ball there when it was just him would have been pretty smart. Oh, the Tracer died and then they got off, I guess. There's no one on the cart there. Yeah. But, like, that was just kind of a Plat moment. I don't know what I could say about that. I mean, I can go through it and, like, break it down specifically. Just, like, your target focus was a little tiny bit off. I'm gonna, like, play it a little bit slower. So, like, oh, it was just so scary, bro. It was so scary with this. So you should be like hankering down on the cart. This is your wall. This is your wall that you wanna kiss. Didn't get a pack on the Sombra. Unlucky. Missed the whip. Missed the bash. Granted, that Suzu was unlucky, but you could have hit the whip, which means the soldier probably would have died there. I like that you're stunning that. You got the kill on that. The Sig Flux is nothing. I probably would have focused the Kiri too here. A nice kill. I would have been staying on the cart. Like, I wouldn't have been leaving the cart. So this is a nice swing. You didn't shield that properly. Don't forget you want to shield the pile drives. And try to boop him off. That was good still, too. Your Sojourn dies. I feel like you could have maybe been looking for that. But honestly, that was kind of unlucky. I didn't really notice that too much either. Firstly, the ball mines are here. You should have been on the left side of this crap so you didn't get booped into them. And you somehow didn't die. You should have died there. I think your Sombra broke the mines. Like, get back on the point. That's fine. Bash on the Tracer. At this point, you're kind of lost your Sigma. How did your Sigma die? Like, bruh. This game be crazy. This ending was the craziest crap ever. So like you get booped by him. If you were on the left side of the point there, you might have been able to save the Sigma. Like your positioning was strange that you let the ball boop you like that. I mean, you're still alive. Like you lived. Like that's all you had to do here, bro. Was live, and you lived. Like your positioning's really good there. Notice how you're at the back of the cart. You almost denied it. But you're on the back of this card here. The ball really can't boop you if you're hugging the wall like that too. Nice shielding on that too. Like really nice shielding on that. Oh my god, I just don't even know what to say, bro. It was just crazy. You just had to live it. You almost had another rally. This was the biggest Plat moment ever. Big bashes though. You know, unlucky boop there. They was just crazy, bro. Unfortunately, the Doomfist boops all the people that you wanted to stun. So you literally stun no one. I like how you focus the immortality field. That's definitely something you should be doing as Brig, is breaking all those deplorables first. Because you don't have like that crazy damage anyway, and your damage on those things are really good, like the immortality field and sim turrets and all that stuff. But this was such a crazy game, bro. This was such a crazy game. Amazing work though, honestly. Thanks so much again for sending me this little clip. Don't forget, if you want to get one of your VODs reviewed, come join the Discord down below. I'll be adding people the next time I need some of them. But if you want to get your own session, not have be in this lottery, and you want to be able to carry your teammates just like this in a coaching session, click the top link or come DM me on Discord. See if you have any questions. We could talk about setting some times up so that we can get you carrying in half the time that it would take on your own. Well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see how I fixed a Masters rig, click this link here. It'll take you to that. You keep carrying even more games.